Metropolitano, where we have a high-ranking international friendly. It's Spain against Argentina. Very good. Silva is given family time off, and they have brought in Asensio in his position. There's one position up for grabs in the Spain team. That is at centre-forward. Rodrigo scored against Italy tonight. It's a chance for Diego Costa on his home turf, of course. And there are half a dozen changes in the Argentina team tonight. Sergio Romero comes in goal, the Manchester United keeper, taking the place of the Chelsea keeper. Caballero in defence, focusing things. And well, you don't get any more high profile than Spain against Argentina. Spain in the white, Argentina in the dark colours this evening, unfamiliar from their regular colours. But a lot of the experiments he gave, fortunate that whenever he plays for Spain and they take the games around the country, he gets a rough reception despite wearing the Spanish badge. Jordi Alba looking for Asensio, who's in the team tonight, taking the place of Silva. Great run this from Isco, and a confidence building moment for keeper Sergio Romero.
Well, typical movement, working away
out on the field. He'd be taking that, but instead he's watching from the stance.
Interesting, real high line. Even in the Premier League with Guardiola, really interesting to see how high that line is held, and they just drop off at the last moment.
Ball is dinked in there between last defender and goalkeeper.
I always found that a little bit of a nightmare, defending like that, because if you're running back as a defender, you're running back to head the ball.
Of course, that's the way with his club side Manchester City. Celso. Right it goes to Tagliafico. PK and Ramos have been stretched. A great ball in. Oh, and Higuain had the goal gaping.
Higuain should score here. This is just a side-foot volley. Great breakaway on the left. Fizzed into the box. Look, and he's just got the wrong side of Ramos. And really, that should be a goal.
Can't have in the tram lines. Iniesta. Played a great ball to lead to the goal against Italy. Iniesta, look at the hunger that he's got as well. Gives it to Asensio. Chance for Costa! Bravery pays off. There is pain, but there's also gain.
Just got there before Romero, but gets clattered on the shin for his troubles, but he won't mind that when he sees the ball wrestling in the back of the net. Romero's injured as well, but
concerning for the centre forward, also concern for the goalkeeper. They both threw themselves at it.
It's all about losing possession, then gaining it back as quickly as possible. Look, a couple of ricochets, just forces his way to Costa, and unlike Higuain at the other end, he finishes, and there's the collision. Left leg trailing into the keeper. So that's the left shin is injured, and the keeper as well. Shin on shin, or knee on shin. That is really a painful one. There you can see there. Bang.
It was afterwards, wasn't it? It was his trailing foot that was caught there.
They have possession of the ball. Look, then they press. Iniesta's the first, forces its way through. Look, no stopping Costa there. Just barges his way through. Lovely little ball with the outside of the foot onto him, but he's not stopping there. Once he's in on goal, he isn't going to stop. And why not?
Do you get a more Diego Costa-like goal? And there are a lot of centre-forwards that wouldn't even consider going in, but hat-trick of Messi in the final qualifying game. The ball on the top. It's a decent take as well. Laid back to Higuain. And once more, he fluffs his lines and fluffs a very big opportunity.
Great ball from Mascherano. Spots the run. Just poor chest control. Maybe should have took it in front of him there. You can see, look, just a little bit off the pace.
What a brilliant run this is from Asensio. Beats one, draws inside, and Mascherano tracks him every step of the way. Now Koke. Asensio again, you know, prefers to get on his left foot. Great ball in there. Oh, and Alba came in after the fine little flick.
Great run from Asensio down that right-hand side. He really lost Mascherano for pace, who ended up on his backside. All resulted in this cross. Little flick on there. Jordi Alba couldn't keep that down on the half volley. Very difficult coming at that piece, but he would have fancied really taking that if he gets that chance again. Difficult chance, but he's better than that.
Kick by Caballero. Essentia rolls it in. Isco! A severe punishment for sloppy defending from Argentina.
Oh, sloppiness again, but they make the pay, aren't they? Asensio and Isco combining, and Isco finishing brilliantly, just passing it into the back of the net. But again, it's football at breakneck speed, and it's really hard to stop, isn't it, when it's that quick and that incisive. Again, it was a nick of the ball. They play it out wide, look, passed into there, and there's a lovely little finish. Just passes it into the back of the net. Isco, no panic on that one. Doesn't decide to put his foot through it, just side puts it in, and Caballero, fresh on the pitch, has no chance.
Well, it was a wasteful clearance, and then this is what Spain did next. Precise, punishing.
That's what happens, Rob. If you give the ball away, you lose your defensive shape. It's easier to defend when you be a good.
He's hoisted it. Oh, what great header! Brilliant goal. And of all people, it's Nicolas Otamendi who emerges from the crowd to bring Argentina back into the game.
Well, you said it'd be around the 39th minute, and it has done, but it's gone the other way. Great climb from Otamendi. He's got this in his locker, hasn't he? Look, he's not the tallest, Otamendi. He's got great spring. Wasn't the best of leaps against him. Ramos gets sucked under the ball, but it's a good header. Gets up above Ramos, who mistimes his leap, but he punches that header into the far corner, gives De Gea no chance. Good punching header, look, 8 yards out.
And Caballero, who's error led to the second goal. Should be comfortable with the ball at his feet after a year under Pep Guardiola.
The goalkeeper's being asked to take more and more responsibility now, virtually playing as a sweeper and starting moves off. And they're always your out ball when you have to go home to the keeper.
Iniesta. Oh, another masterclass. Great ball. Caballero comes too far off his line. Aspas looks for support. Gets it. And a punishing finish from Isco.
What a finish.
Well, they have been cutting in front of goal.
Well, I thought Aspas had ruined it there with maybe a touch that didn't take it into his path. Found by a superb pass, though. And again, Argentina cut open, you can see. They nicked the ball, there wasn't a foul there for me. And obviously the transferring of the ball and at the pace it goes is always the key. Iniesta turns, gets the pass in, Aspas off the shoulder of the last defender. That touch takes him away, but he doesn't panic, doesn't try and reverse it with his non-kicking foot. Composure, back to Isco, but look at that for a finish. Very similar to the first goal, he just passes it in the back of the net. And if these perfect surfaces nowadays, that's all you have to do. Just fizzes in, look, and nestles in there. Unstoppable. Coming back like that just generates the pace on it. Lovely finish.
2 goals tonight.
And the pace quick. And you're going to make chances out of it, and then when you finish, you get your just desserts. But I think it's, again, a full respect to the manager, because he's got them out there and starting quickly on both occasions.
Rojo. Now Thiago's onto it in the flash. They're winning the balls in midfield. That's a great ball through as well. He wants to take this ball home. Isco scored 2. Can he create a hat-trick? Rolls it inside. Aspas. It's 4 to Spain. And Thiago joins the party.
Well, it's this time it's Isco who cuts it back, and Thiago finishes again, not trying to knock the shell off the ball, and just Caballero's got no chance. Great start to the second half. He's not happy, man, Sampaoli. And he shouldn't be easy either, because they're being cut open easily. Again, it's too easy. Look, great little run again. Just cuts it back this time, Isco. He's been on the end of a couple of cutbacks, but he cuts it back himself. First touch gets away there, but then there's Thiago to follow it up just behind. Good backing up of the play. Aspas's touch wasn't that clever as he cut it back here, Isco. Look, he just gets away from him. And then there's Thiago just following up, but that's another good finish.
It's a lovely layoff again from Aspas, wasn't it? He's been on the field rod a matter of stony-faced. Higuain, who had that great opportunity to score in the first half. Here is Aspas. Well, they just turned a blind eye there. And now Iago Aspas scores a remarkable 5th goal for Spain.
It's just a straight long ball, and again,
Route 1 football, Tony.
Well, it's just that high line again that gets caught out so easily. Two central defenders had a bit of a nightmare this evening, Otamendi and Rojo. Look how far they are apart. Look, one's even in front of the ball. Aspas gets there before Caballero and just prods it home with his wrong foot on the half volley. Pulls away out of the collision.
Of the Merseysiders, his 4th goal. He's looking for his 2nd of the match here. Aspas has created 2, he's scored 1. Isco's looking for his hat-trick. Isco is going to be taking the ball home.
It's a great finish again from Isco. What are Argentina doing, giving the ball away? Aspas again, this time neglecting the opportunity to have a shot, sets up Isco, and again it's just a one-touch finish. All 3 goals, a one-touch finish, beautifully struck. 2 side footers, and this one a little bit of a drive across the keeper. A wonderful finishing from Isco coming onto the ball. Look, here's the giveaway again. It's so sloppy. Aspas onto it from the little nick, and he fits out Isco, who nicked the ball originally. Oh look, there you go, 1-2, bang, bang. Quick feet. Aspas finds him. And it's one touch here, look, but so quick to get the 2nd shot away. Unstoppable when it's in that position, but never should have got in that position. But it's a giveaway.
Punishment from Argentina here. Vasquez, the substitute. Right. Maybe Thiago's had his goal allocation for the evening.
Well, stay behind afterwards, and Isco will show you exactly how to finish that one. One of Sands in training when you could mess things up like that. There's that goal, look, just straight down the middle. That's comical defending, really. 2 central defenders all over the place. Otamendi and Rojo just patted that.
This isn't a defeat, it's a hammering. Vasquez. Asensio. Alba. Last-ditch, desperate tackle by Mercado.
I like Jordi Alba not to pick out the pass there, the final ball. Well, he's had enough as well, I think.
In the play, most likely to fly this in with his left foot. He does. The wall is well built. Just nothing is working for Argentina this evening.
There's another bad foul. That is definitely a yellow card. That's a real body check. Marcos Rojo, that was quite cynical. You can see the arm leading into the afterwards. Here you go, look, bang. Just body check into the ribs. And that is a definite yellow card. Look, intentional, dangerous. Not very nice.
More than a red tip. Father and grandfather represented Spain.
Now
it's getting a little silly. Meza gets involved once more. And Sergio Ramos just cannot help himself. The man who's suffered the most red cards in Spanish football, well, would be facing a red card here had Anthony Taylor maybe not applied the law of it being a friendly international. And the Spain captain just sees the red mist. Well, should be seeing a yellow card, it should be a red card.
Yeah, Meza's just chased after that. He's chased the ball once, twice, 3 times, and it took him 3 goes to make the foul. There you go, 1, 2, and here's the 3rd one, and that is a bad one.
It's a horrible challenge, isn't it? And this is a player who's already been booked.
That is on the ankle, that's a leg breaker. And he's got to go, really, but I don't think he will because of it's a so-called friendly, but Maybe a poor challenge.
Oh, he's trying very hard there. Oh dear. It's wisely blown. Maybe a couple of seconds early, but nobody's going to be disappointed with that. He has to take the steam out of the situation. It's been largely a fine game of football, but in the second half, Spain started to bully Argentina, and they started to bite back, and it got a little bit nasty. It's been a great evening if you're a Spain supporter. Hat-trick for Isco, Costa, Thiago and Aspas on the score sheet as well, as they have swept aside.